guys, I've heard a lot of things this new year already about like new year, new you, things like that. A lot of people approach the new year differently. Some people make resolutions, some people adopt words, some people just want to make new habits. I personally prefer goals because I'm a physical therapist and I live in a world of goals. So that speaks to me. I know what that is. I know what to do to try to accomplish goals. So I have several goals for this year. But one of the things that I've seen a lot of people say is adopting a word that they want to live their life like over the next year. And I think that's pretty cool too, except that to me, it's not measurable, but it is something that you can think about and something you can strive for. And so if I had to pick a word, my word would be peace this year. Peace in my life sounds like a wonderful thing. When I think about peace, it invokes feelings of joy and happiness also. Joy and happiness are two separate things, but they also kind of go hand in hand. To me, happiness is fleeting. Happiness is based on an outside thing about what's happening to you. It's a feeling. Joy is an attitude. It's an attitude of gratitude. Joy is something that you can have within yourself. You can have peace and joy about who you are, why you are, how you are, and you can live a joyful life no matter what your circumstances are. I don't think that I came up with all of this on my own. I've kind of spliced some things together from sermons that I've seen, things that I've read, the Bible. But joy is something that I've thought about a lot because joy is something that you can have despite your circumstance. You can be in the pit getting just rained down upon negative, and you can still have joy. And that's what I want in my life, and that's what leads to peace. And so I want peace and joy in my life in this new year, and that's what I'm going to strive for. But this week, in an effort to speak about joy, oh gosh, my dogs just scared me to death. In an effort to speak about joy, I would like to talk to my kids about what they think joy is and some things that are joyful in my life, and then just talk about some goals that I have for this upcoming year. And maybe you guys can relate to it. So for now, goodbye. Brandon, what does the word joy mean to you?
It means like very happy, and we just played a game in Purple and we won.
What's that to do with anything?
It's just kind of joy. I'm really happy that you won the game. Me and Dad were on team. We won. I made a very, very stupid decision. But we still won.
So what are some things that make you happy? I know obviously winning the game made you happy, but what else?
You.
Oh, that's very sweet.
And Daddy and Mac and Cooper.
So are those things that you're grateful for?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what do you want to accomplish in this new year?
New year.
Yeah, do you have any goals or resolutions?
Yeah.
What is it?
Get a higher lifestyle in reading so I can read bigger books.
That's a good one.
Like maybe Pink Dot, which is high school, and maybe Orange Dot, which is middle school.
Okay.
I read a lot of Harry Potter books.
Yeah. Which one are you on right now?
I'm on The Prisoner of Azkaban, and I'm on chapter 16 or 17.
Okay. Anything else that you want to do?
Yes.
Okay.
Whenever I get older, do not send this to Miss Holbrook. Okay?
Why?
Because whenever I get older, me and my friend Nolan, we're going to grow up and give Miss Holbrook a beach house.
You're going to give her a beach house?
Yeah.
That would bring you joy, huh?
Yep.
Doing something nice for someone else?
Mm-hmm.
Has made popcorn, and as you can see, the dogs love popcorn and they want some so bad. Look at him.
I give him too many.
So Cohen, what I was going to ask you is, What do you think joy is?
I guess like being happy.
Well, part of it's being happy, but how do you get joy?
Oh gosh. I know we've learned this in just like a million times, but I guess maybe doing things for other people.
Yeah, that's a good answer. So, do you think you get joy from like being grateful in your life?
I mean, you could.
So what are some things that you're grateful for?
Having a family.
Yeah.
Having popcorn.
Mac would be grateful if you gave him some popcorn.
Yeah, but I already gave him like a handful over there.
Look at him. He's so sad he wants some.
So what happened when I gave him some?
You're not throwing very good. Tell him catch.
Catch.
There, you got it. I just finished a Dance to Fit workout with several of my favorite friends. Not all my favorite friends, but several of them. And it was so fun. It does bring me joy, but I'm so grateful that I can dance and that I can move and that I can run. And there's been times when I have been a hypochondriac. There was a time when I watched Grey's Anatomy and I thought that I had every disease that was on that show, so I had to quit watching it. But that time I took up running because I felt that if I could run, that there's nothing wrong with me, which is probably not true, but it helped in my mind. And so I'm grateful for physical health, and that brings me joy. But I know that even through our sufferings, if I were not to have this physical health, that I can find joy in other areas of my life, because I see it every day in my job. There are people that have been through so many things and they still praise God. And I'm reminded of that at my job, which is so awesome. It's really convicting some days, because I could be in a terrible mood and one of my patients will say, like, I just thank God for everything I have and for my family, and they are suffering greatly. And that really convicts me. So I'm grateful. Definitely grateful for health. Sit.
This here's a jam for all the fellas. Try to do what those ladies tell us. Get shot down cause you're overzealous. Play hard to get, and females get jealous.
Over this past year, I have really tried to do something I've been practicing. I'm still not very good, but I have gotten better, and that is handstands. For some reason, I want to be able to do a handstand. I think that you show tremendous core strength, you show just tremendous arm strength, and I want to be able to do that. And so over this past year, I've practiced, and I've gotten a lot better, but I'm still not where I want to be. I want to be able to hold a handstand for a long amount of time, and I want to be able to walk on my hands. So when I said I wanted to be able to reach a goal, I'm going to make this goal measurable. I want to be able to take 6 steps on my hands by the end of the year. So that means 3 to the right and 3 to the left, walking on my hands. I'm putting it out there. That means it's an official goal. I don't know if I'm going to reach it, but that is what I'm going to try for physically. Friday night, I was very annoyed. I was hangry. The boys wouldn't stop arguing. Bobby and I got into a big fight that is really not even anything to tell because it's boring and dumb and it doesn't mean anything, but I felt like he was talking down to me. And the bottom line is I lost it. I screamed at the boys. I screamed at my husband. I cursed. Have you ever seen yourself behaving badly and you can't do anything to stop it? That's what happened to me. But over the course of this weekend, I was really convicted about some things that I heard, some devotions during Upward that I heard. And one of those things is that how we react as parents shows our kids how to behave. And so when I scream at them, when I tell them to shut up, that tells them that it's okay. When I talk ugly to my spouse, when I holler at Bobby, it models for my children that it's okay to talk that way to people that we love. I'm only telling you this because I don't want anyone to think that my life is sunshine and rainbows or that I just do everything right or that me talking about joy means that I'm always joyful. I was able to find the joy in this because as a family, we added another goal to our year, and that's to stop calling each other names, to stop saying shut up, and not to be bucket dippers toward each other anymore. Now, if you've never heard the term bucket dipper, we learned that from Cohen's preschool teacher, and what it means is that you want to do stuff to fill somebody's bucket. You don't want to be dipping out of the bucket. So you want to do things to build people up, not to tear people down. Especially with our family, we love each other and we want to build each other up. And so that's what we have decided to strive for. It's not going to be perfect, but we're going to try it. I've been reading a book this week called Daring Greatly by Brene Brown. It's about being vulnerable. I never thought that the book would touch on joy, but it did, and it was convicting to me as well. So when we're vulnerable, we often use foreboding joy as a defense mechanism. And what that means is that when things are going well, when work's going well, when relationships are going well, anxiety can creep in and it tells you that this is too good to be true, that something bad is bound to happen now. Expecting the worst does not stop the worst from happening. It only robs us of our joy in the moment. And the way to combat that is gratitude. It's to say what we're thankful for and really appreciate what we're thankful for, not to be scared that we're going to lose it or we'll never be able to enjoy it. I choose to practice gratitude by thanking my God for the things that I have and the things that He's entrusted me with, the small and the big things, the ordinary and the great. How will you practice gratitude this week? Just something to think about. For now, goodbye.
In your ocean I'm ankle deep. I feel the waves crashing on my feet. It's like I know where I need to be, but I can't figure out just how much air I will need to breathe when your tide rushes over me. There's only one way to figure out, but will you let me drown? Yeah, will you let me drown?